Peace and blessings to the whole free elect throughout the four corners of the earth. I am the brother Yermayan, coming at y'all with another one. Before we get started, we can give all praises, honor, and the glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to our apostles at Great Millstone who taught us His truth through the Holy Spirit. All right, we're going to speak about the cares of this life, because throughout my walk in this truth, I've seen the cares of this life pollute the minds of brothers. Okay, and we're just going to speak about it. It's just a quick exhortation. All right, Lord's willing, this is edifying. Okay, so I'm gonna title this the cares of this life, no breaks, you fight into the end. All right, we're gonna start right off in the book of Sirach, the classic, all right, that we always like to bring out because it's a heavy point. All right, let's get Sirach chapter 4 and verse 28, where I'm at. So this is Sirach, all right, in the Apocrypha, all right, chapter 4 and verse 28. It says, striving for the truth until death, and Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai will fight for thee. Okay, with that being said, you have to keep that in the forefront of your mind. Nothing, no business in this world is more important than stand on your course according to your lot of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Okay, a lot of times we like to let Satan play on our mind, the cares of this world, the things that you have to get done. He'll say in your mind, maybe you just need to separate from the brothers or take a break. You know what I'm saying? And I actually got this written down as a title because I had 3 titles written. The first title was The Cares of This Life. The second one was I Gotta Get My Shit Together, Cop Out. All right, and that's what a lot of brothers do. Okay, Satan put it into their mind that they have to get their shit together. Okay, when ultimately you should be getting your shit together in the spirit. All right, most of us in this truth, our shit is not together, man. All right, we may own a house or own some cars or whatever the case may be, but ultimately having your shit together is getting your spirit together. Because if you so-called got your shit together, just say if you're a brother in the truth, and you didn't have a job. All right, the Lord bless you with a job. Okay, and then He bless you with a apartment or whatever the case may be. So now is that's considered having your shit together. All right, so now you think trials and tribulations aren't going to come? It don't matter. So at the end of the day, you should not be taking a break. No breaks, man. All right, you fight until the end, because that's how you ultimately are going to receive your reward. All right, and if you have to get put to death for this thing, so be it. Okay, but the I got to get my shit together cop out is just your way going into the lake of fire, point blank, period. I got to get my shit. You know how many times we done heard I got to get my shit together? Well, ultimately, you should just be getting your spirit right and preparing for what's to come. You see, life is not about to be the same. Okay, you have to understand that you have to go through things. Yeah, you may be 28 and you ain't never owned a car, or you ain't got a job, but hey, man, we're living in the end times. We're living in the time of salvation. We're living in one of the most exciting times on the earth. This is the end, man. Okay, so when you come into this thing, you're supposed to be renewed in the mind, renewed in the spirit. Understanding what times that you're living in. All right, you see, the scriptures say, blessed be the dead in Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, because they, as a matter of fact, let's get this real quick in Revelation, the 14th chapter. You see, because we have to strive into this thing until we die. You don't get this truth and turn your back on Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai because your shit ain't together in the world. All right, because ultimately that shit that you trying to get together is going up in flames, man. Revelation chapter 14 and verse 13. And I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, write, blessed are the dead which die in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai from henceforth. And just because you know the name of the Lord, okay, don't mean you died in His truth. All right, it doesn't mean that. You see, if you're not still operating in the body of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, you're not with the brothers out prophesying, you're not teaching no lessons, you're not striving for the truth. Okay, you're not in the truth, man. Okay, just because you know the name of the Lord and you labor before and you quit on Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, you know, that does not mean that you're gonna be blessed. It's not talking about you. This is talking about a man who's enduring, who's endured this thing and lost his life for the Lord, man. Let's read it again. Revelations 14 and 13. It says, and I heard a voice from heaven saying, write unto me, blessed are the dead which dieth in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai from henceforth. Yea, saith the Spirit, that they may rest from their labors and their works do follow them. You see, because they continued on their course and they didn't give up on Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. All right, they didn't just put the Lord off. You know, these men that this is talking to are the elect men that strived into this truth until death, man. All right, I'll get Mark. Let's get Mark first. What is it? Mark chapter 4. All right, Mark chapter 4. Mark 4:19. It says, in the cares of this world, in deceitfulness of riches, in the lust of other things entering in, choke the word. Talking about these things enter into your mind, okay? And that chokes the word, and it causes you to believe that you have to fulfill your own lust of having a car or a house. You know, when you it chokes the prophecies that you've learned. You know, like as far as like the MOTB, the prophecy about the mark of the beast. You know that we're living in those times, all right? But you let the cares of this world choke the prophecies of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Ultimately, it's choking the spirit of Yahushai, man. So you feel like you got to go back into the world to fulfill that lust, that certain something that you expect to have a certain something, all right? So you let Satan tell you, I got to get my shit together, you know? And ultimately, it's a cop-out because you're just really trying to fulfill your flesh, all right? You forgot what this thing is about, you know? Hey, we're supposed to be struggling. We're supposed to be nickel and diamond, so to speak, you know? If that was the case, we'd just go back and do some wicked shit in the world and run up a bag, right? You see, read this again. Mark 4:19. Salakia, let's start up. Salakia, let's read 19 again. Mark 4:19, and the cares of this world are deceitfulness of riches. And that's one of the main things that get inside a brother's mind, okay, and chokes the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, the deceitfulness of riches. You go on social media, all right, you see Jake, they think, they get on there lying like they making a lot of money. A lot of Jake do that, man. You know, they get on Instagram acting like they running up a bag, like they really got something. They got about $1,000 in their hand. Hey, we running this bag up. What y'all doing? So now you watching them on social media, thinking you're supposed to be in on some type of level with these damn demons. Okay, when Yahweh Bashem Yahushai said, lay up for yourselves not treasures upon earth. All right. Hey, we're living in the time of the end. All right. Real soon we're gonna have to give all this shit up. So what's the point? You might as well just lay up your spiritual riches, man. All right. Mark 4:19, and the cares of this world and the deceitfulness of riches and the lust of other things enter in and choke the word, and it becometh unfruitful. And these are they which are sown on good ground, such as hear the word and receive it and bring forth fruit from 30-fold, some 60-fold, some 100-fold. All right, and every man has this different level of fruit that he sows. Okay, but ultimately, you know, whatever level of 60-fold, 30-fold, whatever you got is coming from Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. All right, so you just stick to your program. You stick to how the Lord programs your spirit. All right, but let's get back to this. Let's go to 1 Corinthians real quick, because I spoke about let's see, where I want. Do I want this one first? Yeah, I go to 1 Corinthians. 1 Corinthians, the 9th chapter, because this is what I wanted to get, but I didn't want to forget get married. So this is 1 Corinthians. 1 Corinthians chapter 9, and I'll start at verse 24. 1 Corinthians 9 and 24 says, "Know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize? So run that ye may obtain." That's right. You gotta pace yourself in this thing, man. Okay, that you may obtain what your trials and tribulations, you may obtain and learn. Okay, you gotta pace yourself, not trying to run too fast because you'll gas out. It says, "And every man that strive for the mastery is temperate in all things." That's right, man. You're circumspect. All right, you're long suffering in the spirit. It says, "Now they do it to obtain." That's right. And a real servant of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, they're not doing this thing for vainglory. They're not doing this thing for personal use, for fame, for likes, for views. They're doing this thing to obtain the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the Heavenly Father, man. All right, to receive that crown. Let's read it again. It says, "Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown." You see, because a lot of men do this, teach before a corruptible crown. They want to be seen of men. They lust after things of the world. They rather do that than serve Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. It says, "But we an incorruptible." That's right. We do this thing for incorruptible crown, man. All right. It says, "I therefore so run, not as uncertainly, so fight as not as one that beateth the air." That's right, man. You see, we're not it's like, you know how you and we're not fighting against this truth, man. Okay, we roll with the spirit, we roll with the punches, and when we teach this word, all right, it's not for vainglory. We do it so it can hit home, man. It's like we do it so it's like a linebacker in football, man. We ain't just we're not just we gonna wait for that running back get close to us and we're gonna attack, boom, so we can we're gonna make our tackle, man. All right, it's like we're it's like a quarterback. He's seeing a brother open straight down the field. He gonna hit him straight in the chest. All right, and that's actually rolling with the spirit. Okay, you want your lessons to not to be for strife, vainglory. You want them to hit through the spirit, man. All right, not trying to just force shit. It says, "I therefore so run, not as uncertainty to fight, not as one that beateth the air." That's right, because you could do this work in vainglory, man, in vain, and it's not profitable, man. It says, "But I keep under my body and bring it into subjection." That's right. You have to understand when you go off, because sometimes you do lessons out of, because sometimes your flesh get the best of you, and you'll try to just force a lesson or whatever the case may be. But ultimately, you want the spirit to be flowing and you want it to be edifying. It says, "But I keep under my body and bringeth it unto subjection," right? Because the body wants you to do certain things. That this brother went off, I'm gonna do a lesson on this brother, man. You know what I'm saying? "Lest that by any means, when I have preached to others, I myself should be a castaway." You see that? So at the end of the day, you know, we don't want to you know, we don't want to offend nobody as we're teaching this gospel, man. Okay, we want to be teaching this word in sincerity and in truth. Okay, you know. So yeah, man, we can move on to the next one. You know. So let's go to what I want. Let's go to. Let's go to. I'll go to the Hebrews, the 4th chapter real quick. Let's go to Hebrews, the 4th chapter. Hebrews, the 4th chapter. Salakia. I hope y'all can hear me. Hebrews, the 4th chapter. So this is Hebrews chapter 4. Hebrews 4 and verse... I'll start at verse 6. Hebrews 4 and 6. It says, seeing therefore it remaineth that some must enter therein. It says, and they whom it was first preached enter not in because of unbelief. It says again, he limiteth a certain day, saying, David, today after so long a time, as it is said, today if ye will hear his voice, harden not your hearts. For if Yahushua had given them rest, then would he not afterward have spoken another day? It says, therefore remaineth therefore a rest to the people of the Most High, for he that has entered into rest, he also has ceased from his own work. That's right, man, because this is not our rest. We can't rest right now, man. Okay, right now, Yahushua, he's up in the spirit world chilling because he finished his course. All right. It says, as the Most High did from his, right? It says, let us labor therefore to enter into that rest. That's right. We have to continue to labor so that we can enter into that rest, man. All right. It says, lest any man fall after the same example of unbelief. That's right. You see? So if you give up and you fall out, ultimately you're an unbeliever, man. You know, you really don't believe in this thing. You know, you let Satan beguile your mind to the point where you don't even believe in this truth no more. You know, that's real talk. You may think that you know the name of the Lord, but at the end of the day, you're actually you're an unbeliever, man. You know, Hebrews chapter 6 and verse 10, for the Most High is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, which ye have showed towards his name. It says, in that ye have ministered to the saints and do minister, and we desire that every one of you do show the same diligence to the full assurance of hope unto the end. You see that? To the full assurance of the hope unto the end. You see, the Lord is not going to forget your works, your labor, as long as you continue in this thing, man. All right? You know, no breaks. Okay? You got to fight until the end. And some of us might even get put to death in this thing, man. All right? We may have to lose our lives, but we have to walk our course. You know? You have to walk your walk in your lot. You know, if that's death or is that to get beamed up. You know, we just read in Revelations 14:13 that, you know, you're going to be blessed if you endure death in this thing, man. All right. Let's get let me get this real quick. Let's get 2 Timothy. 2 Timothy chapter 4. 2 Timothy chapter 4. 2 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 7. I'm going to start at verse 7. It says, I have fought a good fight. I have finished my course. I have kept the faith. It says, henceforth there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness, which Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, the righteous judge, shall give me at that day. You see, and that's the end all be all right there. We want to be able to be kind of worthy to receive a crown. It says, and not to me only, but unto all them also that love his appearing. There you go, man. You see, all him that love his appearing. There you go, man. You see. So yeah, man, this truth is about finishing. This truth is about sacrificing. You know, us in this truth. You know, we understand that we get weak in the flesh, and the flesh, you know, sometimes wants to do what it wants to do. All right, but ultimately, we have to, you know, restrain this flesh, man. You know, conquer it, hold it down, make it do what the Spirit wants it to do. All right, let me get this last one, and I'm gonna close out. Lord's willing, is edifying. This is Luke chapter 21. Luke 21 and verse 34. It says, and take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting. There you go. Okay. And what does surfeiting mean? Basically, you're letting your mind being taken over. Okay. You're letting your mind being taken over by the cares of this world. All right. It says, and drunkenness in the cares of this life, and so that they come upon you unawares. There you go. You don't want to get your mind taken over that, man. All right. Next thing you know, judgment coming. You looking up, and now you see, you start realizing, damn, I fucked up. You know, you don't want to be that servant, man. It says, for as a snare shall it come all them that dwell on the face of the whole earth. It says, watch ye therefore and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man. That's right, man. All right. We want to examine ourselves on a daily, so that we may be able to stand in front of the Son of Man, which is Yahweh Shai. Okay. And you giving up on him, he's going to say, depart from me, thy unprofitable servant, man. All right. He's going to say, depart from me, you wicked servant. Okay. With that being said, Lord's willing, to edifying call, Halayim La, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rakakwadash, into the next one, Shalom.